A lot's happened since then. As we left O, he was going to go through binding ceremony to prove to Magatha that he was going to be her spy. In the next scene, which is posted on Blackboard, we introduce Kego, who is spoken of in the first scene, and Legis, two members of the Blood Chapter, which is a group of undead and Tauren who are actually friends and they hang out. They go to this undead village, and Kego's hated on because he's Tauren, because undead don't typically tend to like them, so he goes off into the woods by himself. In this scene, while he's off galvanizing in the woods, he meets up with Hallis, who's kind of unusual for a Forsaken. She tends to be nicer, more accepting. Her personality's a little on the fluffy, funny side, and that's weird for most Forsaken. So this is their interaction.
We wore British shirts at the same time again.
I know.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Let's go.
Do you want me to reintroduce the characters and stuff? Because I'm doing the stage directions.
Yeah, I think with this piece
Okay.
we need to.
Okay, J.A.C.K, also known as Kego Lightninghoof. He is a member of the Bloodhoof clan. He has tan fur and a mane, which is worn short to signify his youth. His horns are light and curve upwards in a wide arc over his ears. A shaman who specializes in enchantment magic, he has the ability to morph into a wolf to better blend in with natural surroundings. Hallois Jansen, a Forsaken human warlock who is small in stature with good
Can you raise your hand if you're reading that part? So who is the last one? Kevin?
Yep.
Okay.
Long dark hair and light eyes obscured by the glow of reanimation. Although she works closely with demons and dark magic, she has a sweet, friendly disposition and often feels alienated among the angry, vengeful undead. Members of the Scarlet Crusade is a group of madmen, human zealots who so dedicated to the removal of all undead that they commonly attack the living just in case. They are a powerful force in the Eastern Kingdoms, destroying any Forsaken encampments they come across. They have deemed that they will continue battling until either the undead are driven from the land or the crusade itself is destroyed. The setting. The backdrop consists of thick redwood trees and dull green bush. On stage right is Hallois sitting on the ground and strumming her lute. Disclaimer. The song that Hallois sings in the beginning of this scene is the only exception by Paramore. Act 1, Scene 1. Scene 3.
When I was young, I saw my dad cry and curse at the wind. He broke his own heart, and I watched as he tried to reassemble it.
Kego, who is still in wolf form, peeks out from behind the trunk of a tree, attracted by the music. He spots Hallois and watches her.
And my mama swore that she would never let herself forget, and that was the day that I promised I'd never sing of love if it doesn't exist.
Kego slowly begins to move out from the tree line, curious of the Forsaken. She spots him and smiles, continuing to sing.
But darling, you are the only exception, and I'm on my way to believing it.
Six members of the Scarlet Crusade emerge from both the audience and different areas on stage left. Kego notices the movement and growls, catching Hallois's attention. She stands and moves to center stage, removing the loop to hold it by her side. The Scarlet Crusaders close in.
The undead are an abomination that threaten everything we believe in. They must be eradicated.
The remaining soldiers cry out in agreement. The speaker charges. Hallois draws the loop up and across her body, bashing the Crusader across the face. As he falls, she hits him again, knocking him unconscious. Another soldier steps forward, holding his sword out in front of his chest, pointing at the Forsaken. She lifts the instrument in a similar fashion, mocking him. The Crusader pauses in disbelief and laughs before spontaneously bursting into flames. He screams and flails his arms as he runs off stage left. The remaining soldiers look to one another and nod before moving forward in unison in an attempt to overrun Hallois. Kego growls and pounces on the nearest Crusader, knocking them over. Surprised by the sudden attack, the soldiers turn toward Kego, who morphs back into his Tauren form. Using the distraction to her advantage, the Forsaken uses her loop to bludgeon an unsuspecting Crusader. He falls to the ground beside the other unconscious soldier. The remaining two Crusaders flee the scene. Hallois is slightly out of breath and eyes Kego warily.
What are you?
I'm J.A.C.K Lightninghoof. You can call me Kego.
Bows.
Oh, and I'm Tauren.
I've never seen anything like you before. Where did you come from?
Just now, death now. My friend was summoned to the town by Father Sarvis, and I offered to tag along.
Laughs.
Dark Bishop.
What?
Sarvis is a Dark Bishop.
What the hell is that?
Truthfully, it is a title that he made up in an attempt to make himself sound more important. He is a priest, but he does not follow the teaching of the light. He manipulates the shadows, the dark bishop.
Kego chuckles before eyeing Eloise.
So what are you?
Is this a trick question?
She smiles.
I've never seen anything like you before.
Eloise furrows her brow, confused.
I thought you said that you were visiting Death Knell. The town is full of other Forsaken that look just like you.
Kego nods.
Sure, I saw them, but you aren't like the other undead.
What makes you say that? I'm sorry.
She quirks an eyebrow.
What makes you say that?
Kego smiles.
For starters, you haven't cracked a single pal joke.
Do you get those often?
Yeah, Sardis got me pretty good. 3 in a row. That's why I was running around the woods.
She tisks.
I apologize for his rude behavior.
Kego coughs.
What?
There's absolutely no way that you are Forsaken. You have to be using some kind of charm or glamour to disguise yourself.
Irritably, she says.
Why is it so hard to believe that I am a member of the Forsaken? Because I do not approve of racist jokes, or because I am sorry for the lack of hospitality among my people?
Kego smiles.
Pretty much.
Eloise glares at Kego, who huffs at her reaction.
Here's the hard facts, Sheppy. When your people joined into the alliance of the New Horde, they made it clear that they were doing it out of convenience for resources. Since that time, I've met only a handful of Forsaken that treated me with any sort of civility, my friend in Death Knell included.
He sighs, placing a heavy hand on her shoulder. She blinks at him in surprise.
You seem to be part of a rare breed. You're conscious of others' feelings, and you don't go out of your way to try to hurt them. And you can sing and play a damned instrument. How many of your friends do you know that do those things?
Eloise blushes.
There are many Forsaken that I haven't yet met. I'm sure that I'm not the only one who can carry a tune.
Kego removes his hand from her shoulder.
You're the only one that I've seen.
Well, maybe you haven't looked hard enough.
One of the Scarlet Crusaders begins to groan. Eloise looks down at the soldier, then back up at Kego.
Let's get out of here before they wake up. I hate to have to kill them.
She slings her battered lute over her shoulder. Kego chuckles to himself.
As you wish.
They begin to cross the stage.
Hey, Kego?
Yeah?
You called me something earlier. Cheppy? What is that?
Kego coughs embarrassed.
In my language, it means fairy.
He clears his throat.
I didn't know what to call you. You didn't tell me your name.
Eloise Jensen.
As they exit stage left, Kego grins.
I think I like Sheppy better.
Lights out into scene.
Readers, try to project and take your time. Don't rush through when you're reading. Those of you that aren't in the next piece, take some time to write down just some key words to help you remember later when you write out your